I'm Johnny Young. I'm the club manager down here at Strength Lab. I've been with Strength Lab since day one when we opened about 6 years ago now. At the moment, I look after all the trainers here, do a lot of the mentoring and education side of things, while managing all of their schedules and things like that. What got me into the gym as a young lad was I always came from a sporting background, played a lot of basketball, tennis, swimming competitively, and so it just kind of made sense to get into the gym. Admittedly, when I was younger, it was also a bit aesthetic based. I was a bit of a small runt when I was younger, so it was a bit of a combination of sport and wanting to be that little bit bigger. Now, predominantly, in my elder years as I get older, it's mainly aesthetic based now. My current goals within fitness are pretty much more towards, at the moment I want to do a little bit of a cut, but more long term, moving to more longevity with my training and things like that. I have a much more of a career focus these days, so it's more about combining, maintaining a longevity and healthiness inside of myself, that can support more of the business career side of things that we're working on now. My last prep was back in 2019. I competed in Classic Physique IFBB. What made me do that, or what inspired me to do that? I think it was just sort of the next progression for me in terms of my own goals and what I was working on and what I wanted to work towards. Very much at that age, I was very excited by all that kind of stuff. I would say I was less career focused. I was still career focused then, but I was less career focused then. So now certainly I think my priorities and things have shifted. I still may return to the stage one day, but right now I think I more want to focus on what Strength Lab's doing and all of the things to come with that over the next few years. And then maybe down the line. But I've got no aspirations to go pro or be best in the world or anything like that. When I compete, it's very much got to be the right time and for a self-challenge. What I enjoy about Strength Lab here is we embody a high caliber of coaching. We take a lot of pride and we get a lot of enjoyment ourselves in just a higher caliber of coaching, that attention to detail amongst every client and going that extra mile for each client in terms of their own individual goals. But at the same time, we have a hell of a lot of fun here. We're not some crew of wet blankets who can't have a good time. We like a bit of banter. We like to rip into each other a bit and have a good time while still delivering that service of coaching. I don't know that I've got many embarrassing gym stories. The first one that comes to mind was actually my very first day in the gym. I went with a mate from high school, and as a rite of passage, day one in the gym, of course, you got to get under the bench press. You got to start with the bench. That's a rite of passage. So I did. I got under the bench press, unracked the bar, did a couple of reps of just the bar. Now, admittedly, that bar felt heavier than I would have liked it to. But then, start loading it up. I believe from memory, we put 10s either side. So we had 40 kilos on the bench. Now, I was a small little runt back then. But I remember going to unrack, and I'm pretty sure it was 40. It could have been 60, but I'm pretty sure it was 40, admittedly. Went to unrack the 40, and I couldn't budge the bar up. And at this time, I thought my mate who I was training was just being a bit of a dick and holding the bar down. So I sort of laughed at him and was like, "Get your hands off the bar." And he was like, "Bro, I'm not even touching it." And he took a step back, and I still couldn't nudge it up. And that was a big ego check for day one in the gym. And it's been much better since. I don't know that I've got a most memorable transformation, but one that sticks out the most was one of my clients, Kat Benetton, who competed at the Worlds in, I think it was 2019. I think it was 2019 World Champs. And I just remember she was in a massive lineup. I think it was about 12 to 15 girls on stage. It felt like it went forever. I don't think I've ever felt more tense. My hands were sweating and things as they were trying to deliberate between first and second. And in the end, Kat walked away with first, and I got to have a photo on stage with her at World. So that was pretty memorable. That one stuck in my brain. Whew. Going for a PB, and if I had to pick a song or a genre, I think it's gonna probably be like Wagon Wheel, which is a bit of country music, or maybe something Linkin Park, which is quite drastic between the two, but I'm going down either one of those avenues depending on the mood on the day. If I could train with one person in the world, I don't know. I say Lou Ferrigno. He was pretty intense back in the day. Yeah, I'll go back and train with OG Lou Ferrigno. If I had a cheat day on my diet, how would I approach it? I mean, shit, over summer, every day is a cheat day. That's what led me to wanting to do a bit of a cut. But don't have too much of an appetite in the morning. So I reckon I go pretty light in the morning, maybe like a good toasty with some OJ, something like that. Lunch, I'm definitely moving to something, I'm picturing summer vibes as well here. So it's a very sunny day. I'm going for something more refreshing, probably like sushi for like lunch. And then dinner is probably gonna be some sort of Italian feast. We're talking entrees, we're talking mains, we're talking some kind of dessert, a little bit of wine in there, probably too much wine in there. I'll probably cap it off with like some froyo at the end.